Hello guys and welcome. I hope that you're doing well. My name is UHDking or I play 4K, aka I play 8K, aka I play 16K, and during this video I'm going to demonstrate the world's first 12K video resolution in Company of Heroes 2 PC game. So this is going to be the world record on February 1st, 2023. Company of Heroes 2 PC game running in 12K resolution. That will be 12K video resolution built up out of the three 8K screens in vertical mode. So I'm running today Titan RTX video card, single Titan RTX video card, and Intel Core i9 9900K overclock at 5.3 gigahertz. So pretty much this is going to be the time of the Titan RTX video card 2018, but I'm recording it in February 1st, 2023, but on the same system that you can build up in 2018. Okay, but maximum overclock that is matching the systems from 2021, but going to be a hair slower than the system from 2022, such as Intel Core i9 12900K CPU, while running the same video card such as Titan RTX video card. A Titan RTX video card is using Turing GPU architecture. The GPU will be TU102, the full GPU that is featuring 4608 CUDA cores. Okay, and 24 gigabyte of video RAM is featured on the Titan RTX video card. So as you can see, this is the benchmark that I did at the lowest possible preset without Nvidia ShadowPlay recording. Okay, I decided to demonstrate you the presets, and this is with Titan RTX running stock. So I'm going to run it one more time while I'm going to use Nvidia ShadowPlay recording. So we are going to find out exactly how much the performance lost throughout in real-time recording of the screen with Nvidia ShadowPlay recording on the same computer in real time. And then I'm going to overclock the Titan RTX, and we're going to test all kind of different presets. Okay, I'm running in windowed mode. Every time I'm going to switch the preset, I decided to go ahead and reboot the game just in case. Keep in mind that this is going to be a single take. I'm coming in real time. I don't have any script. I'm not going to edit this video. Okay, in the end of this video, I'm going to share all the PC hardware specifications. Plus, we're going to learn throughout this video as well. I'm going to mention a lot of things. We're going to look at the left top corner, the data self-explanatory, updated in real time. So let's go ahead and get going, guys. So average FPS 18.38. So this is without Nvidia ShadowPlay recording, Titan RTX running stock. Let's go ahead and do it again within the Nvidia ShadowPlay recording and see how much FPS we're going to lose. So 18.38 FPS was average. So as you can see, minimum possible scenario and graphics settings as possible. Of course, when you're playing 8K video resolution and above, you don't want to set your texture quality at low. Most likely you want to use the higher possible texture quality, but I'm going to also demonstrate you low preset for the higher presets on the texture details. So let's go ahead and start it like that for now. This is going to be an extra bonus. We're starting with an extra bonus for those people that ask me to benchmark at lowest possible preset. So you want to keep your eye at the left top corner. As again, Titan RTX is featuring 24,560 megabytes or 24 gigabyte of video RAM, GDDR6 by Samsung. So lowest possible preset, 20 FPS average within the recording. Look how small my mouse cursor right there. I'm running in full screen, keep that in mind, but I'm also going to demonstrate you and show you that there is no difference if I'm going to run the game in the windowed mode by the end of this video, when we're going to use the Windows magnifier zoom tool, and I'm going to pretty much show you the advantages, the benefits while running 8K video resolution and above in Company of Heroes 2 PC game. It's beautiful, guys. So as you can see, my video RAM utilization is already 14,508 megabytes, and it's healthy, while system RAM utilization is almost 13 gigabytes, which is 13,000 megabytes, a little bit below than that. So that's a signal that Nvidia RTX 2080 Ti video card is not possible to run this with a healthy video RAM utilization. Most likely it's not even going to run the game, or if it's going to run the game, it's going going to pretty much offload a lot of data instead of video RAM into the system RAM, and it's going to slow down a lot. So it's going to lose a lot of performance. Even if RTX 2080 Ti video card is a hair slower than Titan RTX by 256 CUDA cores, featured less on the RTX 2080 Ti video card, but just because it's not going to have enough video RAM to run it, it's going to pretty much degrade the FPS by a lot if it's going to execute the game. I never tested on RTX 2080 Ti in 12K video resolution, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm going to check my archives. If I did, I'm going to post it over the UHDking.com. Okay guys, 26.87, so we lost 2 FPS. So 2 FPS at 2 FPS while running without Nvidia ShadowPlay recording, or it will be exactly 10% of the performance lost in this particular game, which is Company of Heroes 2 PC game. 10%. So you add 10%. Okay, you better take by the percentage than by the FPS. So this is the average, 26.87. I'm sorry, average is 17.01, not 26.87, 17.01. So we still lost that, guys, as you can see, from 18.36, 17.01. So we lost 1 FPS. Maximum FPS 26.87, minimum FPS 11.61. Okay, this is Titan RTX's overclock. Let me go ahead and reboot the game. So 17 FPS, right? Let me go ahead and reboot the game. I have the license for this game. I just shut down my internet connection just in case, guys. But it's still available. The online on the Company of Heroes 2 PC game is still available. Keep that in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and overclock my Titan RTX video card. Before I'm going to do that, actually, let me real quick go ahead and demonstrate for you something real quick. And keep in mind that we're going to go about my PC configuration in the end of this video, but check it out. My display settings will be 12K video resolution. This is very crucial as well, just in case, to run your desktop resolution at 12K video resolution, which will be 3 8K screens in vertical mode, 12,960 pixels by 7,680 pixels, 100% display scale. It's also very important, even if it doesn't matter for 99% of the games. Only 1% of the games is going to show you less FPS. If you're going to switch to 500, it's going to be like 7K video resolution or something like that. But in 99% of the game, even if you're going to run 500%, your display resolution scale is still going to demonstrate in PC games like it was at 100% scale. Okay, so it's going to be 99.5 megapixels rendered in real time. 99.5 megapixels rendered in real time per each frame. Okay, and let me overclock the Titan RTX. Let me close that. As you can see, I'm using the Windows magnifier tool. This type of tool will be very handy where you're talking about 8K video resolution and above, especially when you're running like below 80 inch resolution, 80-inch screen display. Okay, so I'm going to overclock it. Keep in mind that video tutorial how to overclock Titan RTX video card or RTX 2080 Ti video card is coming and will be available soon over UHDking.com. It's going to be a beautiful tutorial when I'm going to show you all kind of tips. You don't want to miss it. And also tutorial how to overclock the Intel Core i9-9900K to squeeze the maximum in PC gaming. Okay, you don't want to miss it as well. It will be available over the UHDking.com. So as you can see, I increase in terms of the pixel frame rate, textual frame rate, and bandwidth by 120 gigabytes per second for free. So right now my bandwidth is higher than stock Nvidia RTX 3080 video card. Keep that in mind. Okay, let's go ahead and zoom out. I'm going to start the game again from scratch. Also, guys, keep in mind that this is very important. Check it out, that my, let me zoom out a little bit, too much zoom. That my Nvidia ShadowPlay, let me demonstrate it to you, also registered my resolution as native 12K video resolution and AIDA64 business, AIDA64 extreme, AIDA64 engineer version of the benchmarks tools are also registered 12K video resolution. In the end of this video, I'm going to demonstrate it for you, but what is the, here we go, that's the game, Company of Heroes. Click on that and check it out right here. See that? It says 12,960 by 7,680. Okay, this is what's up, and yep, this is exactly how you want to have it. Okay, keep that in mind. Let me show it to you. That resolution right there. Yep, 99.5 megapixels rendered in real time. Let's go ahead and execute that. This is very important. This is for those naysayers, just in case. By the way, in the background, that was my system exactly the way it is. I'm only running single Titan RTX video card. A secondary Titan RTX video card is removed and installed in my server just to avoid the hot air pocket. But I'm going to test a lot of games with two Titan RTXs in SLI, guys. Keep that in mind. But Company of Heroes 2 PC game doesn't support SLI, unfortunately. So we cannot improve in terms of the FPS. This is big unfortunate for us. Also, the Company of Heroes 2 PC game supports 16K video resolution, and I'm going to demonstrate it for you as well over UHDking.com. Keep in mind, guys, that this is world's first 12K video resolution available on YouTube on February 1st, 2023. Company of Heroes 2 PC game in 12K video resolution. So don't forget to smash that like button, share it with your friends. If they're a Company of Heroes 2 fans, it's going to be a great video for them to watch. Great benchmark. This is the first data, the first point of data towards 12K video resolution and above 8K video resolution gaming, like 12K gaming, 12K resolution, 12K resolution benchmarks. Alright, so enough talking, let's go ahead and jump in. As again, I'm just trying to be as informative as possible, guys. This is the first point of data towards 12K gaming in Companies of Hero 2 PC game, and I'm trying to provide all the information as possible. And we're going to test with the future video cards, future PC systems, but this is the first computer, the first video card, such as Titan RTX video card, gaming video card, that is available and runnable in Company of Heroes 2 PC game above 8K video resolution. And it's actually benchable and also playable in real time. Not only benchable, but playable. Of course, it's not comfortable status, but at least it's playable in real time. Okay, so as I promised you, 12K video resolution, I will improve the texture details real quick. Going to go to higher, apply that. As again, it's running in the full screen for this particular game. It's runnable. First 7 seconds I have the green screen in front of me and it's flickering, but then it's registered and full screen is runnable. Okay, let me restart the game real quick. I just changed the preset. Also runnable in windowed mode, and I'm going to show you the last benchmark in both full screen and windowed mode. The reason why I'm going to show you windowed mode, just to demonstrate for you guys that the advantage of the above 8K video resolution. I'm going to use the magnifier tool by Microsoft to zoom in and show you the advantages, because I cannot do it under the full screen. Keep that in mind. But I'm going to test both resolution. It doesn't matter, the FPS will be the same. You're gonna see it. Plus minus 1 FPS, so it doesn't matter. As again, the game is runnable in 16K video resolution, so don't forget to miss it. 16K video resolution will be 4 8K screens stick together, guys, and it will be available over the UHDking.com YouTube channel that you don't want to miss. It's going to be a great benchmark. But I decided to start with 12K video resolution, and then I'm going to beat my world record with a 16K video resolution about a week later. Okay, so I set the texture to maximum quality now, but still at lowest possible visuals, but texture at high quality, the maximum quality. Let's go ahead and start the performance. Actually not. I want to demonstrate for you. I forgot. We just overclocked the Titan RTX. Sorry guys, too much talking. Let me get back. I just overclocked the Titan RTX. I want to show you the advantage. But as again, when FPS below 30 FPS average from overclocking, you're not going to receive that much advantage. Maximum 1 FPS. This is maximum what you can squeeze, because pretty much the software overclock gives you 10%. Hardware overclock gives you like 15-18%, but it's pretty dangerous. Keep that in mind. Software overclock is kind of safe, but as again, if you overclocking your PC hardware components, you're doing it on your own risk and expenses. This is important as disclaimer. Nobody going to compensate you. So software overclocking is considered safe by me, but as again, you're doing it on your own risk and expenses. Keep that in mind. But I was overclocking since Voodoo 3 2000 and video card in the year of 2000, and never damaged the video cards. And from as a home user, I had like over 50 video cards since then. And also as a system engineer, I touch a lot of video cards. Keep that in mind. Anyways, guys, and let's go ahead and bench it with the overclock just for those who's curious, and we're gonna keep moving. All right, then I'm gonna set the texture to higher quality, which is the maximum, and we're gonna continue. So as again, the same deal, lowest possible preset, textures at the lowest possible quality yet. Let's go ahead and have a look. But Titan RTX now is overclocked by 2000 megahertz additional on the video RAM, which is 1250 megahertz over the MSI afterburner, but you gotta multiply it by 2. It's going to be 2500 megahertz. As you can see, it's 16,500 megahertz as external output frequency, because the GDDR6 you gotta multiply it by 2 as external frequencies output, and the GPU is overclocked by 100 megahertz additionally. In theory, it's no matter what kind of game you're running, it's giving you almost 10%, sometimes 7%, sometimes 11%, but most likely like 9-10% on average additional performance for free. As you can see, my video RAM utilization is almost 16,000 megabytes at the lowest possible preset. The GPU utilization 99%. This is exactly how we want to have it. That means that we are idling 0 CUDA cores, and we are utilizing all the 4608 CUDA cores that is featured on the Titan RTX video card in this TU102 GPU by Nvidia, which is Turing GPU architecture. So 1950, so we increased from 17 to 1950. We actually increased by 2 FPS. Okay, that's good. That's good, 2 FPS. So a little bit, in this particular game, it's a little bit better than 10%. So pretty much we compensated our Nvidia ShadowPlay recording and delivered a little bit over of the FPS. This is amazing, all right? While I'm recording with Nvidia ShadowPlay. So if I'm going to turn down the Nvidia ShadowPlay, in this particular game, it's over 10% boost from the software overclock on your video card, okay? When it comes to specifically Turing GPU architecture. So you are receiving, I would say, 12-13% healthy boost for sure, okay, from the software overclock in this particular game. Though this is only probably the game. Most likely it's like 9-10% on average, sometimes even 7%, but as again, it depends to the game that we're talking about. Okay, so average FPS 19.50, almost 20 FPS at the lowest possible preset. Minimum FPS 12.51, maximum FPS 30 FPS exactly. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and texture detail now to the higher, to the maximum possible preset. I'm going to accept that, but still lowest, let me quit. Lowest quality at the visual preset, but textures will be better. As you can see, I'm running the Steam version. I'm a big fan of the company of Hero series as the real-time strategies, RTS. I'm a big fan of the real-time strategies PC games, keep that in mind, or video games. And a big fan of the history strategies as well. So I really like this game. So right now I have the flickering the green screen. It's probably not green screen for you. What I find out when Nvidia ShadowPlay recording, it's not, but for me it is. It's just switching and finding, make sure that my resolution is 12K resolution, and now I can see the seconds. So it's like 7 seconds when you're running full screen, but when you're running windowed mode, it's not doing any flickering. Keep that in mind. But I'm going to demonstrate again for you the window mode in the end of this video, just while I'm going to use the Windows Magnifier Zoom tool by Microsoft, just to show you the advantage of the above 8K video resolution, and it's beautiful advantage, guys. Again, you can build up this resolution by putting your three 8K screens in vertical mode, and if you're gonna buy three 8K screens by Samsung or by LG from 2021, which is beautiful screens by the way, every single of them costs like below $1,500. You can find it in 2023. So you're gonna invest like below $6,000 with the stock, and you can play 12K video resolution, which will be three 8K screens in vertical mode. Keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and bench it. This is the preset. You want to keep your eye at the left top corner. Most likely we're going to increase in terms of our video RAM utilization because the texture is now we are going to render every single pixel of the texture. So whatever you're playing, 8K resolution or above, you want to set your texture to the maximum, otherwise what's the point? But as again, this is not playable experience, not comfortable playable experience. This is a benchable experience. Just because this is the first data is again towards the benchmarks above 12K or above 8K video resolution on the Turing GPU architecture, which is the first GPU architecture by Nvidia and first GPU architecture in the world that allow us to run Company of Heroes 2 PC game in playable experience rendered in real time on the DirectX 11 API by Microsoft. And pretty much Turing GPU architecture by Nvidia is the first video card, and Titan RTX video card is the first gamers video card that allow us to run any games, 99% of the games that was released in 2019 or before 2018 that do not utilize the ray tracing capabilities in above 8K video resolution all the way to 16K video resolution. 99% games. It's benchable, but it's not playable in a lot of them, especially in the games after 2016 all the way to 2019, okay? Because you're going to be limited by the video RAM, or the GPU is not capable to render in real time as a gameable experience. Comfortable gameable experience, which will be above 30 FPS, and comfortable gameplay experience will be above 60 FPS, to be honest with you. Anyways, average FPS 18.84, not bad. As you can see, for Titan RTX it doesn't matter what kind of resolution your textures. A minimum FPS 12.87, a maximum FPS 28.38. So as again, average FPS 18.84. Okay, let's go ahead and switch it to image quality now. We don't need to have low. I'm going to go medium. Pretty much it's just going to be the same deal. I'm going to go medium preset, and everything else will be unchanged. Snow details will be low, or actually snow details we're going to put medium as well. Too bad when you're switching the image quality, everything is not switchable. Physics we're going to also put to medium. Okay, no anti-aliasing, and VSync is off to be able to demonstrate maximum possible FPS without any limitations. Keep that in mind. Okay, but texture details will be at higher, which is the maximum possible details on the textures. Let's go ahead and reboot real quick. The CPU overclock boosting the FPS like around 10% of the additional boost in terms of the FPS as well, and 10% additional boost of the FPS from the overclocking of the Titan RTX. Guys, I'm sitting by the computer. I'm sitting in my computer lab. There is multiple servers running, so it's noisy. So I'm using the artificial intelligent noise removal from my microphone. Sometimes it can disturb my voice. There is nothing wrong with my voice, keep that in mind. And I just woke up, it's pretty early, sipping some nice tea with the 2 lemon slices. It's the best thing to have. Tea with the 2 lemon slices. You can drink sometimes coffee, but too much coffee is not healthy. The best drink will be water with 2 lemon slices. Do not drink alcohol ever, guys. Alcohol is going to kill you. And if you want to live healthy and long, you don't want to smoke, you don't want to drink any alcohol. Keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and have a look. I just woke up and decided to go ahead and record it for you real quick. So as you can see, medium preset. Let's go ahead and have a look. Most likely we're going to improve in terms of our video RAM utilization. As again, the total video RAM utilization, we can go to 24,560 megabytes on the Titan RTX video card. But what I find out when video RAM utilization is reaching above 20,000 megabytes, which is 20 gigabytes, it's already the process of offloading the data from a video RAM into the system RAM is starting after that point. I believe it's like when it's left 10% of the video RAM by the Nvidia driver. This is what I believe in. And you're gonna see the system RAM going to load like a lot when we're going to reach especially to 23,000 megabytes, even if we're going to have 1 gigabyte to go, but system RAM utilization will be like crazy. As you can see, video RAM utilization is almost 17,000 megabytes, completely makes sense. The system RAM utilization increased by a little bit, but still 13 gigabytes, which is kind of the same. So I'm assuming that we're using the healthy video RAM utilization and delivering the healthy FPS, which is great, by the way, the FPS. By the way, at the left up corner, that MS stands for the milliseconds. It's a latency delay between the hardware and software, so latency delay between the GPU video RAM, CPU system RAM, then the software, which will be Microsoft Windows 10 Professional Operating System in our case, NVIDIA driver, DirectX 11 API, and the game engine. So it creates that milliseconds latency delay, and it's a delay before each frame is rendered. Okay, the lower value is better for that MS, but for the FPS, the higher value is better because it's frames per second. So average FPS 18.8, this almost the same deal. Minimum FPS 11.94, maximum FPS 26.42. Okay, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and switch the quality to high, and then I'm going to show you, instead of higher, I'm going to show you the maximum. Okay, and then I'm going to show you maximum. I will try with anti-aliasing as well. So snow details will be high as well. Physics will be high. Okay, it's not physics by Nvidia, it's just physics. Okay, they're using some different API that is capable on AMD Radeon video cards and Nvidia video cards. Keep that in mind, which is absolutely amazing approach. But those type of APIs cannot utilize the physics in the games just like physics can under the Nvidia, because it's more capable APIs. Okay. So okay, let's go ahead and reboot the game real quick. By the way, it's a beautiful strategy, especially under 8K video resolution and above. It's just amazing, guys. Especially when your screen above 60 inches, you're going to enjoy. But a 3 8K screens stitched together will create you above 100 inches of the real estate of the display, and you're going to enjoy, guys, a lot. As again, go ahead and check it out. Right now, I checked the Best Buy in the United States of America. The LG screen 8K video resolution or Samsung screen 8K video resolution from 2021 costs below $1,500 per 85 inch. So you can buy yourself 3, and it's going to be like below $5,000, including the taxes. And you can have already 12K video resolution, real estate of the screen above 120 inches, and the experience will be unbelievable, guys. Do not listen to those haters, misinformers that trying to promote the idea that you cannot see the difference, because they trying to tell you exactly what you want to hear as a loser, and you don't want to be on the sides of the losers. You want to improve yourself. Trust me, it's a big difference, okay? So they just saying nonsense, exactly the nonsense that's not going to keep you feel like a loser. So you're going to smash that like button and their video will hit a lot of views. But I'm showing you the reality over here, okay, guys? And it's just unbelievable experience. But this reality requires you to, you know, bring your ass and do some hard work to earn that money and enjoy that experience. But it's totally worth it, guys, especially for 8K screens. That creating 16K video resolution is just unbelievable. Okay, but unfortunately you cannot run 8K video screen resolution on Titan RTX video card under the 16 Hz. Okay, 4 of them or 3 of them. It's impossible. It's only possible at 30 Hertz. Keep that in mind on the Turing GPU architecture or Titan RTX video card or RTX 2080 Ti video card. However, either GPU architecture, which is the next generation, such as RTX 3000 series video cards or Ampere RTX 3000 series video card or either GPU architecture such as RTX 4000 video cards is capable to run 4 8K screens at 60 Hz connected together, and you can have a decent experience, 16K video resolution on Ampere GPU architecture or either GPU architecture in 60 Hz, 16K video resolution. Stitch 4 8K screens together at 60 Hz each. Okay guys, so almost 18,000 megabytes video RAM utilization, system RAM utilization still 13 gigabytes or 13,000 megabytes, and FPS was also above 15 FPS. This was amazing experience. Too bad that we cannot connect the secondary Titan RTX video card in SLI. Even if it supports DirectX 11 API, it's impossible. It doesn't support it natively, and you cannot manipulate the bits to create it, unfortunately. Guys, for those people that still running SLI, you want to check out my project, sliready.com. I'm about to launch it, where I'm going to cover every single SLI game or how to enable the SLI in the games that can run the SLI, which means 2 or more video cards, and it's going to be a great project. I'm going to explain how to modify the drivers to enable the SLI in games that doesn't support SLI. Okay, average FPS 16.34, minimum FPS 11.31, maximum FPS 22.94. Okay, this while Titan RTX is overclocked. Now I'm going to go ahead and set the maximum quality, and it's going to look just beautiful. Everything else will be the way it is without the anti-aliasing, and let's accept that, reboot the game, and then we're gonna try the anti-aliasing as the last preset, and then I'm going to demonstrate it to my system real quick. "16K video resolution is the maximum renderable resolution on all kind of 3D rendering real-time APIs such as Microsoft, which is DirectX API, Vulkan API, which is open source, OpenGL API, OpenCL API, CUDA API, Mantla API. 16K video resolution is the maximum runnable resolution in 2023. Keep that in mind. And in the end of this video, I'm going to demonstrate it for you real quick as the fact. And I'm going to demonstrate 16K video resolution as again over the UHDking.com in a different video about 1 week from today, or maybe 2 weeks from today. It's going to be available, guys. Before I'm going to upgrade this system, I'm going to retire this system. Pretty much I covered the Turing GPU architecture like no one did on YouTube, and everything is covered, guys. Alright, let's go ahead and have a look. This is a strategy. Actually, you can play a strategy at 20 FPS average. Too bad that this is not 20 FPS average. I cannot wait to test this game, guys, on the ADA GPU architecture such as RTX 4090 video card, or hopefully Titan ADA video card that Nvidia will release in March-April 2023, or it's going to be RTX 4090 Ti video card. Those type of video cards will show at least 4 times more FPS, and then even in 16K video resolution, it will be possible to play in a comfortable gameplay status this game and enjoy it like wow, with every single detail. Look how beautiful everything looks like. Okay, the FPS just went below 15 FPS average. The latency delay is almost 100 milliseconds. That means it's very laggy, but still renderable in real time. I mean, for the extreme classic gamers, it's still playable probably. But as again, you don't want to play it below 20 FPS. It's not an enjoyable experience. But ADA GPU architecture will demonstrate at least RTX 4090 video card at least 4 times performance if the GPU will be utilized at 99-100%. That means that it's going to be a solid 60 FPS average. Unbelievable experience. And ADA, by the way, is featuring exactly the same CUDA cores as 16K video resolution in width, which is 16,364 CUDA cores, as 16K video resolution 4 divided by 3 aspect ratio, which is classic aspect ratio, has the pixels in width. And it's going to demonstrate here 60 FPS, guys. This is my prediction, but we're going to find out. However, the RTX 4090 Ti video card or Titan ADA video card is going to feature over 18,000 CUDA cores, and I think the performance will be like 70 FPS in this game under the 12K video resolution. And under the 16K video resolution, I'm predicting for RTX 4090 Ti video card or Titan ADA around 60 FPS average, and it's going to be unbelievable experience. So we saw that, guys. Okay, we saw the FPS. Let me real quick go ahead and put very important gameplay resolution at 100%. Let me go ahead and put the anti-aliasing at the low, then I will try at medium just to see the video RAM utilization, and high as well, just because this is the first point of data, the first vertex to our 12K video resolution benchmarks vector direction. And why not, guys? This video is not about to be as fast as possible. This video is about to be as informative as possible, to provide all kind of information as possible. So 12K video resolution with the low preset and anti-aliasing. Let's go ahead and have a look. As you can see, I put the CPU for you. I'm only running 6 cores, 6 threads, physical cores, physical threads. Hyper-threading technology is disabled under the BIOS, and 2 physical cores disabled under the BIOS, because Core i9-9900K is 8 physical cores, and hyper-threading technology, we're going to bring additional 8 logical cores, and it's going to summarize to 16 logical cores. But I disable any virtual cores, any logical cores. I'm only running the physical cores, physical threads, for the best possible performance, because under the Intel 9000 series CPUs, 3 logical cores through the hyper-threading technology is equal 1 physical core. So this is how slow they are. So I decided not to use them. And as you saw, we're Gucci. We're not bottlenecking through our CPU core needs, because our CPU is going to be still below 50% while in the game. Still below 50%, 50%. Okay. So let's go ahead and have a look. Lowest possible preset on anti-aliasing. Everything else at maximum possible visuals. Let's go ahead and test it, guys. Let's see first of all if anti-aliasing is working above 8K video resolution. I found out some games anti-aliasing methods doesn't work after the or above the 8K video resolution. But let's go ahead and have a look if it's going to work under the company of Heroes 2 PC game. Keep in mind that I never ran this before, so I'm watching it together with you. Look at this very crazy FPS, by the way. We started with 17 FPS. Video RAM utilization is almost 18,000 megabytes or 18 gigabytes. System RAM utilization is still 13,000 megabytes, which is 13 gigabytes. So healthy video RAM utilization. About the same FPS. I'm going to switch to, and video RAM is allowing us to run higher anti-aliasing. I will go ahead and use now the maximum anti-aliasing method just to see a difference. And if FPS will be the same, that means that anti-aliasing method doesn't work under the 12K video resolution. Most likely it's not going to work under 16K video resolution, and I think it's locking itself, and the maximum resolution that is possible with anti-aliasing method will be 8K video resolution. This is what I'm hoping, or maybe even 4K video resolution. But anyways, average FPS 15.66, maximum FPS 22.14, minimum FPS 1024. So average FPS 15. Okay. So let's go ahead and set the maximum possible anti-aliasing, and we're going to find out if it's working or not. I think my voice is going to be a little bit distorted because the fans are running like crazy, guys, right now. 100% fan rotation on this Titan RTX. I'm using the Nvidia stock dual fan design with the air cooler in it, and it's kind of noisy, guys. Keep that in mind. Too bad that it doesn't that it didn't feature the 3 fans on Titan RTX, because it's going to run cooler and quieter. So when you're buying a video card, always buying video cards with triple fans. If you're buying as a air cooler design or it's a great to buy it as a hybrid water cooler on a video card. But keep in mind, your pump will die after 3 years. That means that if it's going to die, you're not going to be lucky to replace it, because it's kind of hard to replace it, and air cooler design will last you like 10 years as minimum before everything will go cuckoo. Keep that in mind. Anyways, maximum possible visuals, let's go ahead and check it out. I'm just curious myself. 99.5 megapixels in real time, maximum possible visuals in Company of Heroes 2 PC game. Before I'm going to test the Company of Heroes 3 PC game. Okay, this is what's up, guys. Let's go ahead and have a look. Performance test. So we saw 15 FPS average with a low anti-aliasing. If it's going to be the same 15 FPS, that means that anti-aliasing doesn't work. But actually, for tuning GPU architecture, the anti-aliasing method is not such a big deal. Usually it's like 15% lower in terms of the FPS, just 15%, no matter what kind of game you're using, almost in 99% of the games. This is what I tested. Okay, I have the black screen. Yeah, so it doesn't work. It's a black screen. I will try it again, and the FPS is very low. So anti-aliasing method actually is working in the Company of Heroes 2 PC game, because we have the black screen. It's doing something with like 10 FPS average, 10, 11 FPS just jumping. I will try to do the medium now. We're gonna find out medium anti-aliasing method. But the video RAM utilization at the black screen is still below 18,000 megabytes. But as again, I don't think it's compiled the instruction correctly. So 16 FPS, yeah, it's not right. So anti-aliasing method is working, but it doesn't want to display under the 12K video resolution. Not sure why. Maybe the game engine limitation or something. Let's go ahead and try the medium. I saw some games that was doing the same deal. It just didn't render. It was the black screen if anti-aliasing method is included. So let me exit to the Windows and reboot the game. So medium preset. So medium preset on anti-aliasing should show below 15 FPS and higher video RAM utilization if it's working. And of course the frame should be rendered. Guys, please switch this video on 8K screen. Switch in your YouTube player to 8K UHD or 4320p for the best possible maximum experience, or at least watch it on 4K video resolution. It's going to be crystal clear. You're going to see the difference of this video even in 4K video resolution, because the YouTube is going to downscale from 8K video resolution to 4K video resolution, but just because it was rendered in 12K video resolution, you're going to see that richness of the pixels, defined pixels, much better. Okay, so medium preset. Here we go. Let's go ahead and test that. Come on, come on. Do it, do it. Look how small my mouse cursor right there. By the performance test, see that? It's so small. Beautiful strategy, by the way. Beautiful visuals in this game with the maximum visuals. It's just unbelievable. Even in 8K video resolution, it's just amazing. So as you can see, it's not rendering even at medium preset. I think it's a game engine limitation. I still believe that we have enough video RAM to render it. I think the anti-aliasing can be used for 4K video resolution, 6K video resolution, and 5K video resolution, and it's pretty much bringing it to 8K video resolution, and then downscaling. This is how it's smoothing the edges. I'm also going to demonstrate 8K video resolution on Titan RTX video card, 6K video resolution, which is the Apple Pro XDR, and 5K video resolution and 4K video resolution for those company of HS2 PC game fans. Not a lot of people playing this game, but there is some fans, so don't forget to smash that like button, guys. A lot of time, money, energy is invested just for you, to show you the future, to show you how the game will look like if you're going to have proper, let's say, RTX 4090 video card and crazy setup. So it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So let's go ahead and switch to, as again, to low. What I'm gonna do, accept, reboot. I'm going to bench it again, but this time I'm gonna bring the game. You saw the FPS 15.86 average FPS, but I'm gonna bring the game into the windowed mode real quick, and I'm gonna show you how beautiful the level of details using the Windows magnifier zoom tool. Yeah, this is the world's first 12K video resolution, 12K gaming, 12K gameplay, 12K video resolution benchmark in company of HS2 PC game, and I better provide all kind of details so you can compare with the future on your PC systems, on your video cards. The AMD Radeon video cards will use less video RAM, keep that in mind, about by 30% less video RAM when compared to Nvidia, because AMD Radeon video cards are using better texture compression method. Look how small that cursor of the Nvidia ShadowPlay recording at the bottom corner right there, bottom right corner, just a little bit. It's unbelievable. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to smash the Alt Enter together, and you can see we brought the game into the windowed mode. Okay, that's great. Let me go ahead and try the benchmark, and this time, so under the full screen it was 15 FPS average, and this time we're gonna go ahead and use the Windows magnifier zoom tool, because it doesn't allow me to do it on the full screen. The game quits into the windows. So I'm gonna use, I'm gonna probably set at the center of the screen, right here. Check it out, how beautiful it is. 800%, so this is like 96K resolution. Everything is anti-aliasing, everything is beauty. Check it out, guys. So 200% will be 32K video resolution. That is not even possible. I mean, when you're running 16K video resolution, but under 12K resolution with 200%, probably like 24K resolution. 400% will be 48K resolution, but as again, there is no such API that allow us to do that in 2023. Not a commercial, not open source API. 3D rendering real time API, I'm talking about those. In 3ds Max you can render 32K video resolution in Cinema 4D. So you saw how everything is beautiful. Yes, indeed. Even with the zoom, everything is look beautiful, and pixel details is amazing throughout the gameplay. Of course, not when I use the 2D image and zoom in, but throughout the gameplay. Yes, indeed, it's still rendering at 12K video resolution. We were impressed. Even with the zoom, when I was zooming in, it's blurred out just a little bit, but just because everything was so sharp, so beautiful, it's still there. Every single detail of those textures. That tank, probably using the texture 2K resolution, if I'm not mistaken, 2048 by 2048. And keep in mind, when you're running 4K video resolution, the tank is not even renderable at 100%. Okay, so that means at 8K video resolution, I even don't think that tank is renderable at 100% of level of details of the texture. So I believe to render all the details, you need to run all the way above 8K video resolution at least, because the tanks are so small on the screens, those soldiers. But at 12K resolution, but 16K video resolution, for sure we're going to render every single detail of those pixels of the texture. Hopefully, guys, this makes sense. Check it out. Average FPS 16 FPS, even by 1 FPS higher while I'm using the windowed mode. The reason why, because right here, that plain white Windows bar on top was kind of some pixels that was not rendered in real time, and the FPS just by a little bit 1 FPS better. Okay, Probably need to grab another tea. I was sipping some raspberry tea. So cold outside. We have a lot of snow, guys. So let me quit that. I demonstrated for you how beautiful everything is. And guys, just because this is the world's first 12K video resolution and world record, because the world's first 12K video resolution company of Heroes 2 PC game, I decided to go ahead and give you some gift. So company of Heroes 2 PC game giveaway. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully it's going to make your day even better. This is going to be for the first activator. It's going to be a license on Steam. Here is the code on Steam. Go ahead and use this code to the first lucky activator. Let me know who you are in the comments below. And just do not state your name, state, I was the lucky one, I activated, thank you so much, UHDking or something like that. So we're gonna know, so people are not going to start activating all the time. Let us know. And as again, 99.5 megapixels was rendered in real time. And just to celebrate company of Heroes 2 benchmark in 12K video resolution, this is my gift for you on February 1st, 2023, the day when I recorded this video. Keep in mind that 16K video resolution is coming to UHDking.com. It will be available very soon, or 15,360 times 8,640.com website that dedicated for all kind of 16K UHD gaming videos, everything. Let me real quick, so go ahead and use that key. You can see that key. Let me zoom in for you. So this is what's up. Okay, activate the game and enjoy. This is the full prepaid legal company of Heroes 2 PC game just for you. Let me show you what kind of system I was running. So I bench it. Let me bring it back. So I bench it without Nvidia ShadowPlay. So keep your eye at the pixel fill rate when I'm gonna bring the Titan RTX to a stock performance. Textual fill rate gonna lose by 30 gigatexels per second. When I'm gonna bring to Titan RTX to stock performance, pixel fill rate we're gonna lose by 10 gigapixels per second. Check it out. I can render 179 gigapixels. Okay. And today, throughout this video, we were rendering 99.5 megapixels in real time. But total amount of the pixels can be rendered per second 179.5 gigapixels per second. So let me real quick bring the point for you. Actually, this is a good thing that I started. Let me bring the calculator. So this is the per second, not per frame. This is the value that was pulled up by the Nvidia driver, because during architecture this is for TU102 GPU, 179.5 gigapixels. Okay, so let's say 179.5 gigapixels divided by 20 FPS by 30, let's say by 30, 179.5 divided by 30 FPS, so 5 frames per second Titan RTX can render. Okay, 5 frames per second, guys. I mean, sorry, not 5 frames per second. 5 frames per. Okay, so I got lost. 1 second. So let me bring the point better in this way. It's going to be confusing for some people. So 99.5 megapixels, which is 12,960. Let me show you how I get this value, times 7860. Nope, not 7860. 12,960 times 70. Let me see, what is the resolution? 7680, not 7860. 7680. Because 7680 is the width of our 8K screen, but we are using it as a height. Okay, so it's going to be 99.5 megapixels 99 million pixels, okay, which is megapixels. So this was per each frame, okay. So we are running, as you saw, 18 frames at the minimum presets, 18 frames times 18. So we are running, check it out, 1.7 gigapixels per second. 1.7 gigapixels per second overall of all the frames, not per each frame, but all the frames per second. How many pixels through all of those, every frame per second, how many pixels we rendered? 1.7 gigapixels. So Titan RTX is capable by 100 times of that, okay, 179 gigapixels. So if at the peak performance, as again it depends to the shader quality, the instruction, what kind of instruction sending to the GPU, but the maximum can be supported 170, probably with the easiest possible geometry through those instructions, 179.5 gigapixels. So exactly 100 times more than that, okay. But not in this game, unfortunately, because, as again, the instructions were so complex. The shaders, which is combination of the layers of the textures, was complex to calculate. Each pixel through all those shaders from all those layering of the textures with transparencies, not even including the topology of the 3D geometry, location of it, and per each second, per each frame. Anyways, I did this benchmark without Nvidia ShadowPlay recording, so this is the results. Let me bring Titan RTX to stock. So I'm going to eliminate that noise. Just like I told you, we lost exactly what I told you. So right now we're running slower than RTX 3080 video card, but we are running way above than that. A hair faster than RTX 3080 video card, but RTX 3080 video card in pure GPU architecture has better GPU, but is not allowing us to do this test because it has lack of video RAM. It's not even having the 12 gigabyte of video RAM. So Titan RTX is featuring 24 gigabyte of video RAM. So this is the result, guys, on the ADA. This is going to be the ADA 64 GPU version 6.85.63. It's going to be the business edition, which is the best edition. Should be extreme edition, should be best, but they didn't realize how to name their application. And the DDR4 was probably the fastest possible DDR4 because below 45 nanoseconds, even if it was the 3200 megahertz DDR4, but I was using the CL11, not CL18, not CL16, not CL13, but CL11 1T command. 53 multiplier is external frequency, which is 5.3 gigahertz or 5300 megahertz, but AVX2 instruction was using 52 multiplier, which is 5.2 gigahertz. 47% of the overclock, deliver about 10% of the performance boost in terms of the FPS. When we're talking CPU Z, we're talking about the single thread performance for the PC gaming, but when you're talking 3D rendering, such as 3ds Max, Cinema 4D, or Blender, that is not should be done in real time, then you need to enable all the physical cores, all the hyper trading technology that is available to achieve the maximum logical processors to compute. And then you're going to talk about multi-thread performance core, but I disabled 2 physical cores, disabled the hyper trading technology, which is additional 8 logical cores. Great performance for 6 core physical cores, 5.72x. This is the best score for the Intel 9000 series CPUs. Keep that in mind. Let me real quick compare with you. This is the CPU that much better, much newer. As you can see, single thread performance, I'm almost matching that CPU. That means that in PC games, that AMD Ryzen 9 5950X running stock going to perform the same FPS. Per each frequency to frequency, AMD is faster than Intel, especially for the AMD Ryzen 5000 series CPUs. And my CPU is 1 year older than this CPU. Keep that in mind. Okay, let me go through the CPU, smash that pause button. So this is the Ryzen 9, same year of the CPU that mine, Intel 9000 9900K. And check it out, I'm dominating by 100 points exactly under the single thread performance. Smash that pause button. Most likely I'm going to show you your CPU. Check it out, 10900K Intel CPU, which is newer CPU by two years from my CPU, and I'm dominating as single thread performance. That means that I'm going to dominate in terms of the FPS, showing by a little bit faster FPS, but that CPU is running stock. This is the same CPU. As you can see, I'm dominating also by 100 points. But under the multi-thread performance, I'm going to be 550. This is KF without the GPU on it, on the board of the CPU. So I'm a little bit faster on the multi-thread performance, but I'm dominating right now. But same at the single-thread performance, I'm going to be 540, 550. Right now, I'm 636 by 100 points faster. And single-thread performance is again crucial in terms of the PC games. Okay guys, so this is what's up over here. I'm losing my voice because I just woke up. I need to go out and drink some water, some more tea. Okay, this is, by the way, beautiful CPU. I used to have this CPU. I used to clock it at 4.2 gigahertz. It was Vale Intel E85, 2-core, 2 threads. Check it out. We're dominating on single thread performance by almost 3 times. That CPU is before the Intel 2000 series. So this is, I would call it 1000 series Intel Core i9. And so pretty much, not even i9, this is going to be like i7 1000 series. So we're 9000 series, 9 generation more of Intel CPUs, and we are showing almost 3 times performance per single thread per instruction. But of course I'm running also the higher frequencies by 2 gigahertz higher. Okay, if I'm going to enable 2 more physical cores, hyper threading technology, I'm going to improve my score on a level 1 cache, level 2 cache, level 3 cache, read, write, and copy, and those gigabytes per second bandwidth. But however, my memory, which is the system RAM, will be the same, and latency will be the same. Latency the same will be also for the level 1, level 2, level 3 cache. This is unbelievable fast, guys. This is the fastest possible preset for the Intel 9000 series. So it's running like Intel 9900 series KS when it's overclocked. Keep that in mind. Because I'm using very crazy DDR4, as again, let me demonstrate you the DDR4 that I'm using today through the CPU Z. So 6 core, 6 threads, 5300 megahertz, as you can see. Okay, I'm delivering more shared cache, level 3 shared cache, which is 16 megabytes per 6 cores, versus the 6 threads versus the 16 logical threads and the 8 physical cores. So more cache delivered, and because the CPU wasn't utilized even at 50%, that means that, guys, I'm a little bit better in terms even of the cache, and level 3 cache will be always faster than system RAM. Keep that in mind. Even if you're going to use the DDR4, level 3 cache on Intel 9000 series is faster than DDR5. Okay, so ASUS Maximus Hero Z390 motherboard, and I was using 4 sticks, total 32 gigabytes of DDR4, 8 gigabytes per each, dual channel 128-bit, which is the best possible scenario, no matter what kind of chips you're running on those sticks, single bank or dual bank. But I was using the best possible Corsair sticks by Micron. CL11 1T command, which is 1600 megahertz times 2, 3200 megahertz. And because why it was the best possible DDR4, because it was Corsair DDR4 5000 megahertz, which is 2500 megahertz times 2, output external frequency 5000 megahertz, but CL18 unstable on this motherboard after 3800 megahertz. Because it's a Micron chips, I totally understand it, and Corsair is again lied to us. But I'm going to test this on the Intel 13000 series CPUs, guys. On Intel 13900K CPU, we're gonna find out if this memory is capable to run 5000 megahertz, because that CPU with the Z690 motherboards, chipsets by Intel will support actually above 5000 megahertz DDR4. So we're going to find out, but I have a doubt. I also have the DDR4 Samsung B. If you want to run above 4000 megahertz, you want, or above 3800, but above 4000 megahertz, I would say, you want to have Samsung B chips, and this is a Micron chips. So Micron chips is the best for the latency delays, for the low latency delays, which will improve the performance of the CPU, and this is exactly how I utilize it. Also, I'm using the 48 multiplier on my cache frequency on my CPU, and it's going to deliver 4800 megahertz or 4.8 gigahertz. Also improves in terms of the level 1 cache, level 2 cache, level 3 cache, communication with the system RAM, latency delay. I can run this memory at 3200 megahertz CL11. However, it's going to be unstable, but after like 3 hours it's blue screening. But this is stable 3200 megahertz CL11, but my latency delay will be below 44 nanoseconds, like 43, sometimes even 42.9, which is unheard of fast. Okay, so I have the DDR4 4400 megahertz Samsung B, and we're gonna test it as well. I will try to overclock it on within the 13900K CPU on the Intel Z690 chipset. I will also try to test it on this motherboard as well. So it's going to be individual video that you don't want to miss over the UHDking.com, when we're gonna test and do the ultimate test of the DDR4, and I'm going to explain to you which DDR4 is the best. Titan RTX, and this is benchmark. Alright guys, so everything was stated. Let me demonstrate it to you as I promised to you under my business version. 1 second guys. Under my business version of the AIDA64, let me demonstrate for you that the 16K video resolution is the maximum video resolution. Check it out. The Titan RTX total video RAM is 24,576, which is 24 gigabytes. Okay. 16K video resolution is the maximum texture size, but 32K resolution, it depends what kind of algorithms you're gonna use. This is under DirectX 11 version 11.1, which is supported by the Microsoft 10 Pro operating system, but Microsoft 11 operating system Pro supporting DirectX version 12 in the desktop, but in the games it's still supporting DirectX version 12 even under the Windows 10 professional operating system. Keep that in mind. So this is Titan RTX. Okay, but let me show you something guys. Let me show you something. Display. So desktop. So see that it's registered as native as well. Nvidia ShadowPlay and the AIDA64 as native 12K video resolution with a 8K screen in vertical mode, which is 12,960 by 7,680. Okay. And GPU, let me show you. This is the GPU information. Level second cache 6 megabytes. Total streaming multiprocessor 72. It's total, which was 4600 CUDA cores. A level 1 cache will be 96 kilobytes, which will be 64 kilobytes plus additional 32 kilobytes as bonus, which is difference between the Pascal and the Turing GPU architecture. Okay, right now it's running stock. This is the bandwidth as stock, but when it's overclock, let me bring it to overclock. I don't think it's going to register, but let's go ahead and have a look. I don't think it's going to update in real time, but maybe it will. Here we go, and almost 800 gigabytes per second bandwidth. And bandwidth is crucial when we are talking 8K video resolution and above, so GPU can store more data per second faster into the video RAM. The maximum stable frequency for about 1 hour, but after 1 hour it's freezing, will be 13,000 megahertz, because it's freezing, because it's going to getting too hot. Because if you're going to use the better cooling solution, water cooled your Titan RTX, you can run it without freezing. 13,000 megahertz will be okay, and the 13,000 megahertz additional through the MSI Afterburner overclock on our video RAM, which will output 2600 megahertz on external frequency output, will bring, check it out, will bring what? Which is register effective clock, just like I told you, 1600, 600 megahertz from 1400. I mean from 14,000 megahertz. So additional 2600 megahertz will register almost 800 gigabytes per second. It's not updated the bandwidth, but it is. Trust me, guys. Let me lower it, and let me bring it again. 1340, this is too cuckoo. This is not stable. I mean, you can run it like for 15 minutes and then it's just too much hot on the video RAM. It's going to freeze up. But let me show you, it's still runnable. We can bench the 3D Mark without the too much artifacts. Maybe it's going to be 1 or 2 artifacts per like 5 minutes. But check it out. Yeah, it's not improving, but it's going to be over 800 gigabytes per second. Okay, it's going to be a crazy, check it out. 16,680 megahertz output. Okay, what else, guys? Yeah, so 16K video resolution. So let me show you. Under the Vulkan, 16K video resolution is maximum XYZ rendered. Texture can be 32K. It depends what kind of scenarios. As you can see, it all depends to your scenarios. GPU, the same deal. CUDA API, rendering API by Nvidia. Nvidia knows business. 16K video resolution XYZ, maximum renderable resolution, but texture can be at 32K resolution. As again, but not as 3D canvas, 3D world, 3D surface. It depends what kind of API you're using, and under the CUDA, it's called 3D surface size, as you can see. Okay. Direct 3D, as again, I show you Direct 3D under DirectX Video under IDA. OpenCL, another open source API. Check it out. 16K video resolution, maximum renderable resolution. This is the latest versions, by the way. And I believe it's also pulling the value. It's pulling the value, the maximum value, through the API and through the Nvidia driver. Keep that in mind. So there is no mistakes here. Keep that in mind. All right. 32K resolution as 2D texture. Anyways, guys, everything was covered for you. The best video out there for companies of Hira, company of Hira's 2 PC game. 16K video resolution can be better than that. Before 16K video resolution, sorry, I said 16K resolution. 12K video resolution, 12K gaming, 12K resolution, 12K video resolution benchmark, but not 12K UHD, because it's a little bit squarish. As you can see, there is a black bars on the video. It was provided to you by UHDking or iPlay 4K, aka iPlay 8K, aka iPlay 16K. Have a good morning, good day, good evening, good night. Don't forget to smash that like button. Support me, guys. A lot of time, money, energy was invested. Positive comments, share it with your friends. Check out the UHDking.com. Check out my playlist, and I will see you guys till the next time.